Hey all, I'm Scabbard Gaming and this is another episode of BDCraft. Welcome back. So today I'm actually on my build server. The reason for that is because I'm going to show you a bit of an introduction into Redstone. Now I've used little bits of Redstone recently on my survival area videos, and so I thought I'd best get into it and show you just the basics. Now I'm just going to put down a bunch of lamps and hopefully I'll be able to show you a little bit of how this works. Now, as you can see, I'm putting down some things. Whee! There you go. So, let me not use that one yet. Just trying to get this into a little bit of a le pattern. Now, clear some of this grass out of the way, it's not helpful, is it? Now, there we go. Okay, so this is a basic setup of redstone examples. Now, redstone is a power, basically. I mean, it's an ore that you mine out, and it gives you power when you use it. Now, as you will mostly find, you'll pick up redstone dust, which is like this. Standard texture pack, looks like a little pile of red dust. Now, with that you can use power, or you can use items that require power, sorry. Now, there are other ways of giving power. Now, you have redstone devices, such as this redstone lamp, or powered rail, and other devices as well, and all they require is a simple redstone signal. Now, there are devices in the world that provide redstone signals. In short bursts and permanently and at various strengths. Now let's start with the button. Now the button applies a redstone power to the block that it is in and the block next to it. So if I attack that, there we go. We get a 1.5 second redstone signal which powers a lamp. The stone button is very simple and very similar, but it only lasts for a second instead of 1.5 seconds. So they do have different uses. Also, the reason why a wooden button is better for doors, because they hold open slightly longer. Now you have the pressure plate. And the pressure plate applies a signal as long as someone is standing upon the pressure plate, as you can see. And it powers the block that it is in and the block next to it. So similarly, it will power both these adjacent blocks and any other adjacent blocks. Same thing applies for the wooden pressure plate, and it still only lasts as long as someone is on it. So they're very similar, they just look different. The lever, again, applies a redstone signal to the block that it is in and the adjacent blocks, but it is permanent. So once the lever is on, it is on. To turn it off, you simply switch it off again. Now this is redstone wire, and redstone wire carries a redstone signal across the ground, and, in some cases, around corners, and it all joins together so you can make as complex a wiring system as you can imagine, really. Now, in order to use the redstone wire, you need to power it. Now, I could simply link it to a redstone block, and you'll see that it powers. A redstone block will give out a signal of 15. Similarly, so does a redstone torch. Now that means that it will carry a redstone signal for 15 blocks. After that point, it will no longer carry a redstone signal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, nothing. And you will see that it will slowly get darker. That is because it carries less of a signal every block that it is placed on. Now, because of that, some things require a higher signal than others. Now you will see that if I place a redstone block here, a redstone lamp, it is powered. It literally requires a 1 power redstone signal, which this is providing. So just take that back up. You'll see that that is how you use a redstone torch. It is simply put it on and it powers. So you can put it on the side of a block, it won't work. Put it next to it, it will. It powers the block that it is in and the block above it. So if I place one here, that piece of dirt is powered, therefore so is the lamp. Now, a redstone block. The redstone block will only power the block that it is in and adjacent blocks. So I can, of course, power a piece of wire, but it will not work unless it is placed directly next to, on top of, or underneath the item that it is powering. Okay, so as I was describing earlier, with the redstone torch, it only powers upwards. So even if you place a redstone torch on the side of a block, or on top of a block, it will not power the block that it is attached to. You need to power it from below. Now, similarly to that, a redstone wire will not power anything unless it is on top of it or leading to it. So, similarly to this. Fantastic. But, bad example of a block. Let me just find a block I can use. I put a simple thing there, simple torch. It will not power upwards. I cannot place any wire in order to reach that unless I go upwards. I just cannot get to power it unless I place one on top of the block. Now you'll see that the current is travelling up the block, across the top, and then it starts to power the block below, only when it is above it. Okay, so as you can see from the examples behind me, that was just a very quick lesson on redstone. There's so much more that you can do with redstone, there's so much more I'm going to show you, but for this tutorial video, that is as far as I'm going to go, because then it gets a little bit confusing. I hope that it was helpful for you. If it was helpful, then please click like and please click subscribe. Whack in a comment below because I'd love some feedback. And I will see you in the next episode of BDCraft. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.